Hi YouTube knitters and Ravelry users, especially hey to you Lynn, because you asked me about my method of right-handed English knitting, my flicking method. I'm going to do a demo for you. The first few stitches, that's how I hold my yarn generally. I don't flick because I have to have something to anchor it about, say, 4 stitches. Generally when I'm flicking though, this is how I hold my yarn. And the reason is that when you come up here, and this becomes your pivot point, and you are then going to hit back into it, you can sometimes hit back into your working yarn in the wrong part of it. So then I like to hold my yarn like this. There are other methods of flicking. We all kind of worked on our own and did what was comfortable to ourselves. I tend to take and push with my left hand towards my right hand and touch my finger. That way I know that my knit stitch is complete. And that's a demo of the knit stitch. How you can turn around and do the purl. Again, I like to have a few stitches where I've anchored it, so I just kind of stretch to complete the stitch here. When I have 4 more stitches, then I can start flicking. Now I have slowed my motions down for you. When I knit, I tend to be a speed demon, and I knit pretty fast unless I'm doing pattern stitches. As you can see, you're coming in here just like you would normally purl, but your needle is pointing up, and you're going around the back. I think I did that wrong. Around the back. So in a sense you could say, you're putting a Z-twist on it. It's just more obvious. And if your hands are smaller, you just hold your fingers a little closer to the needle. Now, whether I'm doing, my stretching method where I'm just leaning into the stitch or flicking, it makes a nice even stitch. But when you notice I'm working on double pointed needles, because when you rotate, and you're rotating, if you used a longer needle, you'd be hitting your lap. So it's convenient for when you're using double points or when you're working with a circular needle. But I've been working on some Estonian knitting. I'm right in the middle of a row. But I wouldn't flick with this because I've got a needle so long I'd be hitting myself. So basically, if you can learn to not drop your needle while you're knitting, you're going to gain speed because you do lose a little bit of time there. If your hand isn't small enough, or your hand is too small to stretch like mine does, because I'm a pianist too, I can stretch my hands out to play one note past an octave, so I may have larger hands than some people. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope that helps. See you next time.